Hey, I'm Terry, and I am the founder of SequenceStack.com. What we do is we are turning companies into execution machines through building really clear and concise, radical transparency workflows for teams. One of the things we found is that the news is full of great information. Right, this is the Baltimore banner. I love getting I actually, this is the only subscription I pay for. It's great local news here in Baltimore. There's some really hard-hitting articles. This is an article that came out today. The Maryland Cannabis Agency director steps down. So the reason why I picked this article is just I picked the most current one that came out. What I wanted to do is show you that like you're inundated with all sorts of information all day long. How do you take that information, break it down, get rid of that fire hose, take information that looks interesting to you, and then break it down to a sequence of events so you understand what's happening and then what kind of steps you would need to take in the future to act on that news. So a big thing about news is not just consuming it, is how do you make it actionable? So that's what I'm going to show you in here. So we've got this article here. I saved it off as a PDF. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we just grab this, grab it, open it up. We hit generate sequence. And then what we're doing inside here is we are breaking this down into all the components that you would expect if you wanted to fully understand what was happening behind the scenes here. So what you're looking at is, I will make sure this is a little bit readable in a second, is when this is done generating, we're generating all of the different steps you need in a sequence. So what we've taken out all the major actors, who the major actors are, what the major stakeholders are, what the systems are, and we broke it down for you in this case. So what you're looking at is announcement of resignation. So Will Tilburg's the guy who's stepping down. There's a reflection on his achievements, everything that he did. He did first in the nation cannabis policies and standards, which is really helpful to know. He's going to be doing transition planning, and he's going to hand over his responsibilities to somebody new who they actually are going to go tap. If you actually look at this over here, they're going to do they're going to look through the industry and find, who the right person is for the job, and they're going to tap the next person. They're going to do departure of new, departure of the old and in with the new, and they're going to do follow-up transition work. So this is kind of the steps that break down what this article was actually about. Now you can go read the article. It's a very well-researched article. It's really well done. The question is, how do you then take this and look at points where there are inflection points for you and your team? There's going to be a transition. You've got these policies and standards, super important. How do you take action ahead of time? Make sure you're up to speed on all these different policies, so that way when the new person transitions in, there's going to be changes. There always are. You're ready on them. You know what's going to happen, and you can track this flow, and then see where you are in real time. So another thing we do is we do real-time work where you can then say, here's a new execution, right? Where you actually have this. We're not going to assign this to people per se, but you can check off and see where you are. This was announced, we summarized everything. You can see where you are in this transition. So we can track where this actual news story is and where it's going. So right now we know that it left off in here, and you can look at, hey, they're preparing for knowledge transfer right now. They're going to be doing handover responsibilities, etc. So that's kind of what we do. We try to make it really easy for companies to understand how information flows and how they can take action on it, how they can track it, etc. So that's it. Hope this was helpful. Appreciate your time. And if you're interested, like I said, we really help teams with a lot of interactions in the AI space. How do we really take teams and turn them into execution machines? So thanks.